Welcome to lesson 4. So the lesson 4 is going to be the S key, and I should type in lesson number 4, the S key. But we're going to do a quick recap first. So we learned F and D. So let's practice that just very quickly. And in order to practice that, you need to make sure you've got a word processing software up. So either Mac Pages or Microsoft Word, whatever you've got. Could be text file, whatever you want. So once that is up, if that's not up, pause the video, open that. And if that is up, then we're ready to go. So what I'd like you to do is look at your computer screen. Don't look at your computer keyboard. Just move your fingers over the keyboard and let your index fingers find the F and the J key, just like we've practiced. And once they have, let's practice F and D. Let's do both lowercase first. So we're going to do F, 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 then D, 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 D. Then we're going to do caps, all right? So starting at lowercase f. I don't want you to look at your keyboard. It should be your index finger. You should know you're on F because you can feel a little groove or a little bump on the key. So here we go. We're just going to do F. Say it out loud or in your head. F, 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 F. Now let's be fancy and press the return key using our right index finger. Just move it over to return or enter. And if you're not fully confident, then you can look on your keyboard, but take a chance, see if it works. Don't even look, and just tap once. It should be directly on the same row. Well, it will be on the same row as your fingers. So just tap that twice so you have a new space below. And let's press D. So don't even look at your keyboard. It should be your left middle finger. D, 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 D. Perfect. Now let's press the return key or enter key twice again with your right index or your right baby finger. And now you should, let's do FD, FD, FD. So I'm going to give you a certain sequence that you have to follow. Here we go. So F 3 times, D 4 times, F 1 time, D 2 times, F 4 times, and D 1 time. And you can always go back to this part and redo it so you can use it as practice if you want. So let's do F and D capitals. Take your pinky finger over to the return or enter key, tap it twice. So capital, to capitalize anything, take your right pinky finger. If you're capitalizing a letter that's on the left hand, you want to take your right pinky finger, hold down the shift button, and then we're going to tap F and just keep tapping F. Let's do a few times there. And now keep your finger down, press space bar down on the shift key, your pinky finger down on the shift key, press a space with your right thumb, and now press D. You should be good to go. And that's it. That's a good little recap. Now let's move over to the S key. The S key is just like the rest of them, but we're going to be using our left ring finger. So it should look like this. So it should be this finger that taps on the S. So let's do it. Let's do lowercase s. So don't even look at your keyboard. Just type in, just keep pressing S while saying it out loud or in your head. S, 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 S. Great. Now, before we do the capital of it, let's use our right pinky finger and hit return or enter twice. And now move your pinky again over to the right shift key, hold it down, and tap S again. Now we're doing the capitals. Let's return again. Let's go capital lowercase repeatedly. All right, so I'm going to say it and then you do it. And I'm not going to tell you to use your right pinky to hold down the shift key or anything like that. You should know that by now. So here we go. Capital S, lowercase s, lowercase s, capital S, capital S, lowercase s. Give me 3 lowercase s's. And now give me 3 uppercase s's. And you shouldn't be looking at your keyboard at all for this. And give me one lowercase s and one uppercase s. Perfect. Now press return or enter twice. And now we're going to get fancy. We're going to put F, D, and S together. So here we go. I want a capital F. Now I want a space, and I want a lowercase d. Now I want another space, and I want a lowercase s. Now if you look in your keyboard, they go side by side, so F, D, S. All right, so now let's get a little fancy. Let's have another space, which you would use your right thumb for, since we're tapping keys on the left side. Let's give me a S. Space, lowercase f, space, uppercase D, space, uppercase F, space, uppercase S, space. Now let's add caps lock. Let's make life easier. So we're going to do a bunch of upper cases for D, F, and S. So your left pinky, move to the left, and it should be, caps lock should be right there. So you can see I'm turning it on and off just with my pinky finger. Oh, I pressed A mistakenly. So it's on now. And here we go. Let's do 3 Fs, space, 3 S's, space, 3 D's, space. Now we're going to get fancy. Let's go all lowercase, which means you just tap with your left pinky finger once. Let's go no spaces, F, S, D, S, F, D, S, F. And there you go. You should be pretty used to that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.